The What I Eat in a Day video you're getting ready to see was previously recorded, but I knew I couldn't release it without giving an update. If you've been with me for a while, you probably already know that I live in East Tennessee. My hometown, as well as the surrounding areas, have been severely affected by the flooding from the hurricane. My family is safe and sound, and everyone is accounted for. I know that is not the case for a lot of people in my region, so if you could keep all of them in your thoughts, it would be appreciated. Okay, now on to that video, and thanks for watching. Today's video is a bonus, a 2-for-1. Not only will I be sharing my quick and easy keto low-carb meals, I'm going to show you what my husband Chris has throughout the day while doing the detox. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Chris is home. I mean, it's only for a few days. By the time you see this, he's probably already back at work in New York. Make sure you stick around for the snack and chat because he's going to join us and give an update. I'm starting my morning off with 8 ounces of water and a vitamin. Now I'm going to head inside, warm up, and talk to Chris and see what the plan is for the day. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a second. Chris wanted to stick with his regular routine, and since he doesn't normally eat breakfast, we decided to push our first meal till about noon and do a breakfast-lunch combo. A friend of ours has some hens and gave us a dozen eggs. I'm going to scramble a few of those and throw in some veggies. Our local discount grocery store had Garrett Valley Farms turkey kielbasa for $1.99, so I stocked up. This is perfect for the detox and keto. Minimally processed, no artificial ingredients, no antibiotics, and gluten-free. 6 grams of fat, 12 grams of protein, and 1 carb. I'm just going to slice this up and brown it on all sides. I cooked Chris's eggs in avocado oil and added some broccoli, peppers, and mushrooms. We had some leftover green beans, and I also cut him up a cucumber. He topped all of that off with some Celtic sea salt. Now, here's where our diet differs a little. On the detox, you need to eliminate dairy, but not on keto. So I'm cooking my eggs in butter. Then I added some Monterey Jack cheese and pink Himalayan salt. Once this container is empty, I plan on trying something new, so I'll keep you posted. To drink, we're going to stick with what the detox calls for, filtered ice water. Well, hello, stranger.
Hello.
I feel like they've not seen you in forever.
A couple months.
Last time you were home was for the 4th of July. We've had a lot of questions about what's going on with you and the detox, people wanting an update and all that good stuff. So I figured that's what we would cover during the snack and chats.
Okay.
But first, let's talk snack. We bought several containers of raw nuts and seeds that were detox approved. I mixed them together and made a trail mix. Now when Chris needs a quick snack, all he's got to do is pour some in a bowl. This is the time of day when my blood sugar starts to drop a little. So I'm having some of the Planters dill pickle flavored cashews. They're a little higher in carbs, but they don't cause my blood sugar to spike. 13 grams of fat, 4 grams of protein, 9 total carbs, 7 net carbs. Chris is drinking his usual filtered water, but I need something with a little more flavor. I'm going to fix a glass of Gold Peak unsweetened tea, and I'll add a couple of packets of Truvia. In case you've missed a few videos, like since May, I've been talking about the 10-day detox diet by Dr. Mark Hyman. I've got this linked down in the description box for you. I've been wanting to try it for all of my ailments, but Chris is the one who ended up starting it first. Really quick recap. Why did you decide to give the 10-day detox a shot?
Pre-diabetic, cardiovascular disease.
Metabolic syndrome.
Metabolic syndrome, yes. My blood pressure was like 150 over 93 or 95. Fasting glucose was 104, 105. My weight was 210.
Before you came home for the 4th of July, you did a pre-detox.
Yes.
And that's sort of in the book. It says start weaning yourself off of sugar, carbs, start a vitamin regimen, get in the right mindset so that you don't do it all at once.
Little by little by little. No sugar, no processed food.
Even though they were keto, you
Right.
were eating ultra processed food and processed foods.
Yeah.
So that's what you did the few weeks before you came home.
Yes.
It wasn't like you were on the detox. When you came home, you did 10 days hardcore detox. I mean, you didn't follow by the book because the book was wrote 10 years ago and it was extensive, very detailed. You did your own version, as in you skipped out on the whole journaling thing
I
and
did.
followed the food list. You tried to follow the sleep routine he suggests. You went from 210 pounds to
184.
your blood pressure dropped to
127 over 75.
and your blood sugar went to
80. I think it was 88.
and you told me that you had felt better than you had in years. More energy, no aches
yeah.
and pains. I mean,
no knees, no shoulders, no elbows, no nothing.
so you've been back in New York for about 6 weeks, even though you already did the 10-day detox while you was home.
Yes.
What have you been doing those 6 weeks?
Just stay in the same regiment, same clean foods.
The food list in here. Staying away from ultra-processed foods.
Yep.
You have been drinking water only.
Started walking every day after I eat.
So I'm getting a lot of comments from people wanting to know, so Chris isn't doing keto anymore? Well, you're not focusing on fat, but he's not eating potatoes because the food list that's in here is non-starchy fruits and veggies. And you still steer clear of breads, grains, and things like that.
Right.
So although it's not full-blown keto, it's still low carb. Lots of questions about, are you still following the 10-day detox? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because I want to get those numbers down to where they will stay there and they don't fluctuate.
And you've only been doing this for 2 months at this point.
Yep.
We're thinking it's going to take longer to get everything to come back and the numbers are where they're supposed to be because your blood pressure has run high for as long as I can remember.
Almost 10 years.
Even though you were on blood pressure medicine.
Yes.
Never done anything.
It's never been as low as it is now in 10 years.
So let's update everybody on your numbers since you've been home because there's been a shocking turn of events. It's shocking for me because I just can't figure it out. Your weight went from 210 to 184 to now you're at
180.
He's lost 4 more pounds. Initially, after the 10-day detox, you got your blood pressure to 127 over 79 or something like that. Yeah. This morning, it was 125 over 77. Not a huge difference in that 6 weeks. Here's the part that has me stumped. You had got your blood sugar to the mid-80s.
Yep.
And what's happened over the last 6 weeks?
It's started going back up, and this morning it was 104.
We had hoped that Chris, starting the detox, would fix everything, but what we failed to communicate here and to go into great detail about was when he had that lab work done through the Cleveland Heart Lab, it detected a gene mutation called MTHFR. So apparently this isn't something that can be fixed with diet alone.
Right.
I'm going to state the obvious here. We are not healthcare professionals.
Nope.
We don't have medical degrees. We're just doing our own research. And the problem with that is traditional medicine doesn't even factor in this MTHFR gene mutation to what's going on. So we feel as though we're pretty much on our own. We are considering further genetic testing.
Yes.
Because there are other things that sort of go with this MTHFR gene mutation that could be causing his high homocysteine levels, high blood pressure, high insulin, fasting insulin numbers, not blood sugar, but insulin. So we're just going to keep looking into it, searching for a doctor and trying to find an answer, because what other option do we have? And you plan on
staying on this until, the numbers come down and stay down. I'm still going to keep eating as clean as I possibly can. That's all I can do.
any suggestions? We're more than open to hear those, even though your blood sugar has bounced back up to pre-diabetes numbers.
Yes.
How do you feel? Do you still feel good? I mean, as far as...
Oh, yeah. I feel great. I feel wonderful. I wake up feeling good. I grab a cold shower first thing of the morning. I lift weights every other day. And, I feel better now than I felt in years. Years. To wake up with that energy and feel that good. I know she hasn't started, but if you want to come over to the Facebook group and check it out, I post at least every day or every other day my meals, my blood pressure, sometimes I'll even do my blood sugar, just to show where I am and my journey of where I'm going with it. So,
or if you have any questions.
Yes, if you have questions.
Or you want support, he's your man.
Yep.
On our Facebook group, which is down in the description box. So if you don't go down there, it's All Things Keto with Kristi. There's no keto police. There's no judgments. And it's a great place to be.
I will help answer anything and support you to the best of my ability.
You will be heading back to New York really soon.
Yep.
And I will miss you terribly.
I will miss you. I think the rain's coming.
We'll be back when somebody eats or drinks or anything amazing happens.
Bye.
Toodles. Well, we're not leaving yet. You don't go anywhere. You stick around. I'll be back, but he won't. He's going to go in the house and do some stuff.
Yep.
Unfortunately, nobody in my house loves to cook, and since we don't have our own private chef, Chris and I have a habit of preparing our favorite foods over and over again. If this sounds familiar and you're starting to get tired of the same old, here's my tip for changing it up. Invest some time and a little money and stock up your spice cabinet. That way, at least every meal tastes different, even if you're using the same ingredients. So let's talk about dinner tonight. I'm going to add some Trader Joe's 21 Seasoning Salute to 90-10 grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef, and then cook those hamburger patties on the grill. Sliced up squash and zucchini and cook that until tender. Chris will be having a salad, so I took some olive oil and Flavor God, lemon and garlic seasoning, and whisked those together, drizzled over his lettuce, peppers, cucumbers, and avocado. And here's what his detox approved dinner looks like. I'm having a hamburger patty with squash and zucchini. To drink, we're both having filtered ice water. Yum. Here's your reminder that Flavor God has provided a discount code. I'll have them linked in the description box, and several other companies were nice enough to give us discount codes. So for any of you that order online, make sure you use those and save some money. Chris is having his dessert with dinner. This way he's not causing multiple insulin or blood sugar spikes. If he wants something sweet, he has it with a meal. This evening, he's going to have some blackberries. As for my dessert, it was about 2.5 hours after dinner, and I'm trying to increase my protein, so I'm going to have ratio keto-friendly coconut yogurt with granola. 17 grams of fat, 16 grams of protein, and 4 net carbs. And that, my friends, is what our day looked like. Thankfully, the rain passed, and we got to enjoy this fantastic sunset. Don't forget to check the description box for discounts. I'll link the 10-day detox book, Chris's social media, the Facebook group, and anything else mentioned in today's video down there. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell before you go. And remember, you've got this, and I love you. See you in the next one.